Good, happy Sunday evening, December 22nd, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Sunday evening, so let's begin. First up, suspect in Maine stabbing arrested in New Hampshire. Officials in New Hampshire have arrested a man they believe was involved in a stabbing that took place in Windham, Maine on December 13th. The suspect was arrested in Wakefield, New Hampshire Saturday on unrelated charges and will be extradited back to Maine, according to police. A man and woman were assaulted at the Windham, Maine residence. The woman who was stabbed suffered injuries from multiple stab wounds and was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Visitors expected to spend $1 billion in New Hampshire this winter. Travelers to New Hampshire this winter will make more than 1 million visits to the state this winter and are expected to spend more than $1 billion, state officials said. During the winter season, visitors can experience world-class skiing and riding, unique culinary experience, tax-free shopping, and the beautiful scenery New Hampshire is known for, said Taylor Caswell, Commissioner, New Hampshire Department of Business and Economic Affairs. The department plans to launch its winter advertising campaign in early January, which targets the New England markets of Boston, Hartford, Connecticut, Portland, Maine, and Providence, Rhode Island, as well as New York, Toronto, and Montreal. The department will display powder alert messages on social media and on digital billboards in key markets during storms for skiers and snowboarders. Hunters killed fewer deer bears in New Hampshire in 2019. Hunters killed fewer deer and bear in New Hampshire this year, according to the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department. The unofficial 2019 deer kill was 12,144. Said Eric, a wildlife biologist. That's a 14% decrease from the 2018 total, which was one of the largest totals ever, he said. The 2019 total is the 7th highest in nearly a century. As for bears, hunters killed 885 bears this year, down from the record of 1,053 killed last year, he said. Senate passes Hassan bill to fund church security grants. The U.S. Senate has passed a bill co-sponsored by Senator Maggie Hassan to ensure that small states get funding to improve security at houses of warships. Dramatic rescue on Houston Road captured in body camera video. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
The police sergeant was in the right place at the right time on a stretch of road in Houston. He spotted a burning car, the driver trapped inside. The dramatic efforts then to save a life, all caught on camera.
We're trying, man.
This morning, new body cam video capturing this dramatic scene on a Houston road.
Fire extinguisher.
Deputies fighting back flames, desperately trying to free a man trapped inside his burning car.
Is he out or no? His legs trapped?
Yeah.
Yes.
The driver's right foot pinned in the wreckage, and with the blaze growing with every passing moment, the officers making this desperate assessment.
We might have to break your leg, bro. I'm sorry.
No. Just as the fire makes its way to the front seat.
Put your leg. We got it. Pull. We got him. You okay?
The driver pulled to safety. Seconds later, the car engulfed in flames. Sergeant Lance Anderson was on his way home from a shift earlier this month when he saw the wreck and jumped in to help.
The only thing I can say is it was an act of God, because there was no way I could, from when we were messing with it, there was no movement, and then all of a sudden his foot just slid out.
The driver, Jonathan Morales Fuentes, now home recovering after multiple surgeries. And police say Fuentes had fallen asleep at the wheel when he crashed his car. But you heard in that dialogue there, the officer saying we might have to break your leg to get you out of the car. Thankfully, they didn't have to do that, but still serious injuries. But most importantly, he's alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed watching and have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and bye, everyone. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Bye.